Hey guys, so today is Topsy Tuesday and today we're talking about my top 5 eye primers. Now it is not necessary to go buy eye primers. You can use, what are they called? Concealers. Concealers work good as eye primers, so if you feel if you have, especially if you have dry lids or something like that and you really don't, it's not something in your makeup routine that you absolutely have to have unless you're someone like me who has very oily eyelids. If you have slightly oily eyelids, it's probably a good thing, but a concealer does work for some people. If you watch certain beauty gurus, they don't even use eye primers, so that's just one thing about eye primers. You don't have to go buy other things, but they're great to have, and I love them because I have oily eyelids, so I kind of need them. But I could use a concealer, but I just find these work better because they're smoother and they're a little thinner than a concealer. Right? Alright. So first one I'm going to start with is my Lorac Behind the Scenes, and this one I got with my Lorac Pro 1 and 2, and this is the one I got with my 1, and I still have it. You just use a little tiny bit and you just put on your eye, and like you would with a prime, you prime your eye, and it's just, this one is great for the Lorac Pro. I haven't really used it with any other eyeshadows, but I know it works great with the Lorac Pro eyeshadows, so I do like this one. It's not my favorite, but I do like this one. Okay, the next one that I like that works best with its shadow is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I don't really like this one with some other brands, but I do like it specifically for when I do use my naked palettes. For some reason when I use it with like the Balm or some other type shadows, it doesn't work as well as it does with the naked. So I specifically use these for the naked, and I did get this one with the 1 and the 3. The 2 I think you got, yeah, you get lipstick, lip gloss or something like that. But I have gotten the full size, and I've gotten the full size at Nordstrom Rack. I don't know if they have it there anymore, but it was because it was in the old packaging, and so they had it there, and it was like $10, so that was nice. So I love this one. And then the next one is another high-end one. Actually, we're gonna go with this one. I got this one in my Ipsy bag actually last month, and it's the Bare Minerals 5-in-1. Now it's a cream shadow, but as a shadow, not impressed. Do not like it. Have no desire to use this as a shadow, but as a primer, it's heaven, especially with like loose shadows, because it's moisturizing and drying, so it doesn't cling to the eye, but it doesn't, it's not super wet, so it's not like slipping and everything. So I do love this one, and so it's a great primer. Remember, it's top 5 primer. But as an eyeshadow, no desire to use it for that. so I do love this one. And then the next one is my last high-end one. Yeah, is the Nars Smudge Proof Eye Primer. Now this is probably one of the best ones out there out of all of the ones that I've tried. There be times when I come home from a long day, either sweating or something, and my makeup's all over the place, but my eyeshadow, for some reason, is not moved. Looks exactly like it did how I applied it in the morning. So this one is probably the best, I think, ever. But I found a drugstore one that if you wanted this one and you've seen all the people use it and you're like, I just can't see myself spending $30, you might like this one. Now I'm saying you might because some people have hated it. And when I first tried it, just to warn you, when I first tried it, I was like, this was a complete waste of $5. And yes, it's only $5, but I was like, I do not like this. And it's the Take on the Day eyeshadow primer by Wet n Wild, the Fergie collection. And again, when I first tried it, I was like, this is garbage. This was absolutely horrible. But for some reason, and I find this with some other eye primers, especially the ones that you squeeze out, there was like an oil or something right at the top. I don't know if they do that on purpose or whatever, but so I did not like it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it another shot, and I love it. I absolutely love this. I love it just as much as this one. I do love this one because I spent like 20 bucks on it, so I do use it, but I do love this one. I will still repurchase this even though I do have this one, just because this is a nice one. It's not as what's the word I'm looking for? I don't say cheap, but the consistency is a little more, not as cakey, I guess, than this one. But if you are looking for a good eye primer and you want to try it out, I would suggest this one highly, because this one's $5. It's cheaper than all the other ones, and it does an amazing job of keeping on eyeshadow. It's the same thing with this one as this one. I'll go out, my cheeks will be completely gone, my lipstick is barely hanging on, but my eyes will look pretty much the same after the dye. Like this one with other shadows, it's creasy, it's oily, but with the Urban Decay formulas, this is great. But with, like I said, when I'm using, like, I want to say my chocolate bar palette, I don't use it with that because this just doesn't work for me with that, but this one does, definitely. And I haven't really tried the Fergie one with it yet, but so those are my top 5 eye primers. If there's anything that you can think of besides this one, I do have the Too Faced one. Not really a fan. I like it, but it's not in my top 5. I do have that one. I have a Smashbox one. Don't like it. But these are my top 5. These are the ones that I really, really, really like. And I'm sorry I haven't found many drugstore eye primers, but if you're gonna get a drugstore one, definitely get this one. Alright girls, bye! Hey guys!